How are we doing, guys? And it's finished. Arsenal 2, Tottenham 1. Get back in your swamp, you shadow dwellers. That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Massive win against them lot. Can't stand them. And I tell you something, they are terrible. What a dreadful side. How that game was only 2-1, I will never know. How we went 1-0 down again, I will never know. They are awful. Do not ever try and tell me anything other than North London being red. That is our 32nd Premier League game against Spurs at the Emirates. Spurs have won once in 32 attempts. And you try to tell us that North London is white. Are you actually snorting the white stuff? Because it's nowhere near that. North London is red and will always be red. Clowns. But listen, this game, it had such a familiar pattern. Opening 20 minutes, we absolutely destroyed them. And the one thing missing was a goal. And then lo and behold, Spurs go down the other end and score. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh no. Of all the teams this has to happen against. But it happens against everyone. How many times this season have we absolutely dominated the opening 20 minutes and then before we know it, we're a goal behind? And you're like, what's happened there? Regrouped, refocused, went again. Now, I know that they're crediting this goal to Dominic Solanke. I've looked at it. It's on target. So how is it an own goal? It's Gabriel's goal. Don't care what anyone says. Gabriel's goal. Within a couple of minutes, Leandro Trossard, who's missing chances, he missed a massive chance as well just before that, goes and scores. And I'm watching their goalkeeper and I'm thinking, this is their new signing they brought in. My word, they might as well have kept Fraser Forster in goal. This guy is a calamity. He was flapping at everything. And we're going at half time. I'm like 2-1. Okay. Second half was one of those where some can sit there and they go, Spurs might have had the odd goal. 1 or 2 maybe. We let them have a lot of the ball. You could tell that there was a bit of tiredness in the legs after the game on Sunday, and we've not been able to rotate a lot. But on the flip side of that, if Spurs could have got 1 or 2 goals in the second half, we could have got 5 or 6. Declan Rice summed it up in his post-match interview when he said that they're actually gutted they didn't score about 10. That's how many clear-cut chances we should be burying. But we're not, and it will allude back to that point of not having a clinical striker. In this team, if we've got somebody that's clinical, we're winning games 5, 6, 7 goals comfortably. And at the end, you're kind of there like, oh, we just need to see this one out. And we did. Gabriel, Declan Rice, Miles Lewis-Skelly. What performances. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Oh, Thomas Tuchel's there watching that game. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a call up for England. Because it ain't just this game. He's consistently performing. And he's not even a left back. He's a centre midfielder, a 6 and an 8. But he's playing at left back. And we all know that England have got loads of problems in that kind of position. Honestly, he could go and do that job. All day long. All day long. Declan Rice, immense. This is a guy who very quickly has understood what Arsenal-Tottenham means. Very quickly, he got it in his head. This game means everything. And that kind of performance shows he gives everything. Gabriel, absolute rock at the back. Man of the match again. His third man of the match in a row against Spurs. He loves a North London derby, doesn't he? But like I said, it was just Dominant. And I know people are going to sit here and go, well, what about the first goal? The corner. It wasn't a corner. Fuck off. You sit there and give me absolute dog's abuse every week when I moan about a referee. The moment we have a decision go our way, unlucky. It's about time we had a bit of the rub of the green, and it's about time we had some decisions go our way. I've even seen people saying that VAR should get involved. Hold on a minute. VAR's never got involved in corners. But now all of a sudden Arsenal's got a decision go their way. Let's review. You fucking clowns. 4 points behind Liverpool. With the injuries we've got. With everything going on. And yes, they've got the game in hand. But we're sticking right there and putting the pressure on. And what we've finally been able to do is capitalise on them dropping points. So we've took 2 away. What more do you want us to do? So when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, these absolute fucking bellends that are talking about Arteta out, what more do you want? 4 points off the top. And we're going through the maddest of seasons. We've played, I'd say, bar Liverpool and obviously Manchester United, but look at all the games we've played away from home. Look at the games we've got remaining. Look at all the injuries to the key players. How long we lost Odegaard for. How long we've lost Saka for. And then you've got Ben White. How long, we've lost him for. And then you've had injuries and fatigue to Rice and Gabriel and everything else. You're having to play a centre midfielder, 18 years old, at left back because your left back's getting injured all the time. Look where we are. 3rd in our Champions League group. I believe if we win our next Champions League game, that qualifies us in the top 8. What more do you want? Honestly, I do genuinely believe now, and you're listening to the way that Arteta's talking, the fact that Josh Kroenke's now over here, we're going to get business done. We're going to go and sign players. And I'm not saying player, I'm saying players. Mikel Arteta's made it very clear. We can't keep asking these same players to play every 3-4 days. We need some help. We need some fresh legs, especially in those final third areas. If you have to bring the plans forward from the summer, bring the plans forward. Very, very simple. So, listen, job done. What more do you want me to say? We've gone and capitalised on Liverpool dropping points. It's down to 4. Yes, they have a game in hand. But they win that. It's 7, not 9. Got to keep the pressure on. Got to keep turning the screw. And then when you look at some of Liverpool's games coming up, you sit there and you say, they're tough games. And we have to be ready to capitalise every single time. That's simple. We go to the weekend. Liverpool away to Brentford. Not easy. We're at home to Aston Villa. We know what happened last season. Going to have to do another big performance. If Liverpool mess up, we have to capitalise. And then the screw really will start to turn. And we need to go on a run now. Like we did last season. At this exact same point. So listen. It's 3 points in the bag. North London is red. It's always been red. Always been red. The Middlesex Hotspur clowns. You didn't even become a borough of North London until the mid-60s. You're in Middlesex. Fools. Thank you and good night, shadow dwellers. Get back in your swamps. Pricks. Oh, what a win. Woo! Yes! What more can I say? Like, subscribe, all the rest of it. I'm out of here, man.